Thank you for joining me. A little different background here. This is our break room at the race shop. And I appreciate everybody tuning in today. I thought what I'd do is a couple of things. I want to give you an update on a game plan for life and kind of tell you where we are, because I know I've asked a lot of you to be praying about that, the book as it comes together and that project. I want to share a little something personal that I'll kind of, like I do sometimes. And then the third thing I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to another website. And then at the end of what we're doing here today, that website, I'm going to have a little testimonial that's on that website that I did, and we'll kind of play that for you. So let me start off with the game plan for life. I just want to say that hopefully everybody out there right now, what we need is to totally bathe Jerry Jenkins in prayer. When you stop and think about it, our 11 authors have written their 11 chapters. Jerry has taken those and edited all those. So they're done, the 11 chapters. Now what he's writing will be the lead-in to it, which is basically my testimony, and the lead-in that would go into the 11 chapters. And so as he does that, obviously I've been, kind of reaching out to you guys and asking you to pray for Jerry. Pray that the Holy Spirit will just control every single part of that project and what he's writing. Obviously the things he's writing, why I was so excited about getting him is that I think he has a real, having done the one book with me, I just felt a real confidence in him. I think he's a God-centered person and he's very talented. So what we need to do is just pray that we'll just bathe every single thing that he is currently doing on the book in prayer. Now, as a part of that, the book we hopefully is going to be out in July. The website, I'm going to start directing you towards the Game Plan for Life website. It's not up yet, but we expect to have it up within a couple of weeks. And so I'll start directing you to that when it becomes online. So I kind of wanted to share that with you, the game plan, and give you a little bit of an update on that. The second thing I want to kind of share with you, which I do sometimes, really what's kind of come to me lately through everything that's going on in my life right now, having stepped out of football, stepping back into racing, and then of course starting the Game Plan for Life project, really kind of what's happened to me. I was this morning at Starbucks and our grandkids were with me, Jason and Taylor, and some lady walked over to me and asked me for my autograph. And the grandkids go, "How come people want your autograph?" And I stopped and thought about that, and I said, "That's a good question, Jason." Because you have football and you have racing, and a lot of people recognize you because of that, and they want your autograph. Well, as a part of that, and what's been going on in my life since I stepped out of football, it's really caused me to think about a lot of things in my life. And I gotta tell you and confess that the first part of my life, when I was involved in football, the thing that I second guess about that right now is how much time I spent in it. And I can definitely say to every parent out there, as you get later on in life, you will not go back and say, "I wish I'd spent more time at work." What you will do, and what I've done, is go back and in many cases second guess the time that I spent with Coy and JD, my sons and Pat. And so as I kind of thought about all that, now I've got grandkids, and we've got 8 of them, which we've been blessed. 4 from JD and 4 from Coy and Heather and Melissa and JD. And really what I want to be focused on, I don't want to make that same mistake again. That's my prayer. God, keep me from doing that again. Obviously there's a lot of things I could chase around here in racing. A lot of things I could be involved in. I got a passion lots of times for playing golf and things like that. And each and every day, I want to try and really say to the Lord, "Lord, where do you want me today?" And I want to be invested in my life, in those grandkids, and my kids, and Coy helping him with his racing project and what we're doing here. So I don't want to make that mistake twice. Now maybe some of you, it's a really, I guess you could say, a confession from me to you and to the Lord saying, "Lord, I was really chasing a lot of things, looking out for myself." And that pride of somebody walking up to you wanting an autograph, lots of times I say, well, hey, I got a testimony and I could be a witness, and I gave that person a track, which I did. But also, I got to confess, there's a big part of me inside that said, hey, I wanted that. I was chasing, stardom and the things that you get from being a football coach and having everybody walk up to you and praise you all the time. That was a big part of me. I got to confess that. I don't want that going forward. I mean, it's fine for me to have that platform, and hopefully the platform is going to help with the projects that we're doing and winning souls for Christ. But really and truly, the rest of my life, I want it to be focused on storing up treasures in heaven. And maybe some of you are out there that feel the same way. Maybe you're convinced that by becoming the president of the corporation or becoming financially set in life and working real hard is going to give you real peace and satisfaction. The thing I would share with you is just is my life as a testimony. Don't waste that time with your family and your kids. Make sure that you're investing your life in them. And so that's kind of my prayer and my confession. Now, what we're going to do now at the end of this little show here, we're going to play you my testimony that's done on a website called I Am Second. And Norm Miller did this in Dallas, Texas. Norm and I, as you guys know, are big friends. He was our original founding sponsor, Interstate Batteries, with our race cars. But we've got to be close friends over the last really 17 years. And I can tell you this, he is all across the world doing all kinds of projects and ministry. He is somebody that I feel like is really being a great witness and testimony for the Lord. This website that he has, I Am Second, really what it is a number of people giving their testimonies. The one I'm going to play at the end of this show right here is going to be my testimony. So you get a feel for what it's like. But I think you might go there. There's a lot of people on there that I think might be of interest to you. I would encourage you to go to that website and tune in to some of those testimonies, and you might be directing some other people to that website. So I appreciate you being with us today. A little update on what we're doing, and remember, if you want to come to joegibbsonline.com, we'd love to send you some free material and maybe help you in your walk with the Lord. I was in the 3rd grade the first time I really started thinking a lot about the first major big decision in my life. In school, I was being told that 2 amoeba happened to hit in a muddy puddle of water 2 billion years ago. And I was the result. And I gotta tell you, I'm not real sharp. I'm looking around at the other kids and I'm going, man, I don't like the sound of that. Not good. My whole life was kind of planned out for me from the time I was in junior high, because I thought that I was going to play pro sports. And then I got to be about a junior in college, and it dawned on me that I looked down at this body and I could jump about that high. I could run about that fast. And I said, this is not going to happen. And so, oh my gosh, what can I do? I'm a physical education major. That's ballroom dancing and handball. What's that prepare you for in life? I started thinking about it, and I said, well, I love sports, and so I guess I'll coach. And really and truly, I thought that I would spend probably the rest of my life in junior high someplace or high school someplace, coaching kids, and I was excited about that. As I ventured off coaching, I got an opportunity to start at San Diego State and coach with Don Coryell and John Madden and people like that, and then I got to move to different colleges, and then I finally took that last step and was fortunate enough to become the head coach of the Washington Redskins with a great owner, great fans, great players. I had a little bit of guilt feelings about football and being in football and coaching, and but then, the more I thought about that, I think God creates us, and then He wants us to do great things here on earth. And I think, He says He doesn't want us to live a life, He wants us to live an abundant life. I think many times God He's upstairs and He's kind of looking down going, gosh, can you imagine? I made that guy.
He runs like that. I made that kind of football player. And certainly I look at it the same way as far as coaching. My life wasn't an accident. I think God was kind of preparing me. I can definitely tell you this, I didn't earn any of it. I was being blessed by the Lord. And I'm one of those very average people that God has allowed to enjoy some of the most exciting things in life. I'm Joe Gibbs, and I'm second.